Greetings, I'm Smithers, and it's been a while since I've dipped down into the Camping World Truck Series on NR2003, but it's a special night on the channel because it is the first truck start for our first SRX champion on the channel. Mr. Cool bringing along his Coca-Cola sponsorship from his SRX ride. I'm really throwing him to the wolves here for a truck debut at Bristol, but I'm confident my driver can handle the task. We're back up on the saddle of the Camping World Truck Series in the number 8 Best Buy Dodge now for Smithers Racing, as I got a partner with me, Mr. Cool, our SRX champion, alongside us, debuting the 80 Coca-Cola Dodge that I have whipped up together. This was the big award for winning the SRX championship, and this goes for anybody as far as for season 2 goes on. Currently, Mr. Cool's got this secured all the way through 2010, and once we find out who the champion is through the SRX season next year, that'll determine if we get a driver swap. Focusing on some other Truck Series stars in our starting grid, Mike Skinner's alongside the front row with me. We got the pole award, so not only are we debuting a new truck, we get the pole award alongside this special event, special race for the Smithers Racing channel. Mr. Cool, with some of your practice laps, I definitely wouldn't be surprised if I see you up here somewhere in the top 5, top 10 at some point tonight. Ron Hornaday Jr.'s up in 3rd place. Eric Almirola driving for the same team that Kyle Busch is riding. I don't think he's got his own truck team yet. Don't quite have a whole lot of details on the 2009 Truck Series, but Brad Keselowski is driving for himself in the 29 Dodge, starting in 11th place. Ryan Newman driving for Kevin Harvick in the 2. Matt Crafton's in the field. Kyle Busch as well. Always a threat here at Bristol Motor Speedway. We'll look out for him to carve his way up to the front. TJ Bell, Todd Bodine back there with him. Gonna see some truck regulars try and carve their way through as well. Timothy Peters. A lot of really good drivers up here. Ken Trader's also in the top 5 in the 52. Down through the rest of your grid here, I don't know too many of these people. 2 people didn't make starts. That's the 14. New driver, Wayne Edwards, no longer Rick Crawford for reasons just also as redacted from the Cup Series and the Red Bull machine. And then Stacey Compton did not make a qualifying effort as well. Brian Scott, who's got a victory already this season, starting 31st. James Busher in the 10. Teammate to the 14. Taylor Malsom in the 81. Max Pappas is in the field, and that is all. Norm Benning is here as well, starting 25th. With all that said, I hope you kept with all those names up with everybody and who's starting in this field tonight. I'm excited to get this race underway. It's a special one. Hopefully we can keep the truck out front, and hopefully my new teammate to the Smithers Racing Dodge truck team, I want to pull away with these 3 races that we have together, at least with both of us decent finishes. Going into next season, you're going to be focusing on the truck championship. I might be joining you alongside that full time. I'm still seeing, depending on how long it may take me to post out a weekend out. If you guys are okay with the current schedule of how I've been posting videos, where I do 1 race weekend each scheduled race weekend amongst the year that we're going through right now, I'm not going to stop posting once NASCAR stops their season. I go in through the winter, through Christmas, all that, but please let me know down in the comments below if you want to see more lower series races, and if so, do you want me end them, or do you want me to simulate them and not go through them? Because eventually, at one point, I want to do a full-time season and actually compete for a truck championship, so I can get all 3 in the top series of NASCAR, get championships, trophies, and I'm not cutting myself off in 2012, 2013, whenever they actually gave Cup drivers not the ability to do that anymore. I went off on a tangent now. Let's hop in my ride, strap up, try and lead all these laps tonight. Let's go, baby. Before we begin with the Camping World Truck Series for the Bristol Night triple header weekend, let's look at our stats and information for our race. I've increased the laps up to 75, which used to be the Nationwide Series length. They're going to be running 100 laps in the next video. They're at 95% difficulty. Realistic damage is on, so I gotta watch out for lap traffic in case they get involved in any shit. Don't let it become my problem. Yellow flags, black flags, as we know, are on. Any of you that caught the last Cup video at Watkins Glen know that I had a lot of controversy in that department. Our weather tonight for the first night under the lights here at Bristol Motor Speedway, it's a clear 89-degree Fahrenheit night, northwestern breeze of 2 to 3 miles per hour. Not going to be really affecting us here. The pace truck is off, the green flag is waving, and the Camping World Truck Series is off at Bristol Motor Speedway for the night series. Had a short pace lap. Hopefully we got all the pre-race stuff in for the stats and information. I'm off through turns 1 and 2. My 8 truck is firing off great, just like the 80, honestly. Same truck, different number change, graphic change on the wrap. We're off leading a couple of laps here. Bristol Motor Speedway. Mike Skinner is only 3 tenths behind me in 2nd place. Truck's plowing a little bit. I have a feeling it's not going to be too long until maybe we see our first caution flag tonight, but this track always seems to bring on the action. Todd Bodine's having issues going down pit road right now. That is somebody in the truck points, I think, doing well. I really should have refreshed myself on where everybody was at in the points right now. Currently running in this series as well, a limited schedule, and I'm running all 15 races, or however many I'm running. I believe it's 15. Nationwide Series is 20. If not, it's cut down to 5, and the Truck Series is at 10, and the Nationwide Series is at 15. Once again, jumping into this recording session after a work day, and I don't quite refresh myself sometimes on the information before I get involved into the race. I just want to get practice up and make sure I do good in the race. Currently 7/10 gained on Mike Skinner right now for 5 laps into the race. This A truck is flying nicely. A lot of trucks going in and out of pit road right now, I see from the back half of the field. Something must have happened back there early on. Not quite enough for a caution, but truck's got some heavy damage. Trying to widen up and arc my entries into here a little bit so I get a better exit. Mike Skinner is keeping me humble, keeping me tame, making sure I look at my rearview mirror there. Man, I couldn't fully get into the throttle there, getting out of turn 4. This truck was plowing. Gonna allow it to turn in the center a little bit more before I can get back into the gas. Speaking of the point situation though, back on my tangent that I was talking about before I got myself distracted and off on another tangent. We're under caution anyway, so we're gonna have to look at what happened. I gotta race back to the line. I'm sitting here slowing down. Let's get back to the start-finish line first. And across the line, and that's Taylor Malsom sideways on the front stretch. So as we're getting everybody wrangled up here under caution laps, as I was saying, we're running a limited schedule in the 2009 Truck Series, and I'm kind of running for the championship here, but it's under not a full schedule. Like, I'm gathering points every single race that I do in this series, and just figuring out who gets the most out of, you know, that many races. So the ones that I'm not doing, I'm kind of just not gathering points for, but I got a comment in a video, last video at Watkins Glen, or even talking about the Truck Series, lower series, about actually simulating some of the races that I don't do, but that depends on if I don't do a full season or not next year. Please let me know in the comments below if you want to see me alongside Mr. Cool in a full-time truck season, as well as a full-time nationwide season, get them both knocked out maybe in 2010. That way, going into any season forward, I can stick to part-time. Hopefully I get the championship in both next year and then not have to worry about it, but I'm fine with running maybe a full-time schedule in lower series. It is going to take a lot longer for me to get through the schedule, kind of like this season where it's taken me almost entirely a year. Now that I've got that out of the way, let's go see what brought out the caution. Alright, so Taylor Malsom was not the cause of the caution. He was kind of an aftermath once the yellow flag was already fallen out. The 84 is coming off of the track here, gets up in front of TJ Bell, knocks into the 88 of Matt Craft and hooks him into the turn 3 wall. Also collects the 4 truck. I'm not sure who's driving that. 4 truck pile up here into turn 3. And then you're going to see the 81, who has already spun down the front straightaway here, got collected in something else. On board with JR Fitzpatrick, who's driving the number 4 truck, Auto Owners Insurance. Who's going to get collected in this, has nowhere to go. Everyone flies up right into his pathway, and he's up against the wall, no room to go anywhere. Heavy front end damage, probably out of the race. And from the rear cam here, you're going to see Stacy Compton, the 60, runs into the back of him because he's slowing down, and then this is where the 81 of Taylor Malsom gets spun out there down to the apron. So we don't have the Better Cautions mod on because it doesn't really work too well in this Bristol version that I'm racing on tonight, or throughout this whole entire weekend. So it's going to be regular old single file restarts, lap cars on the inside. Mike Skinner's going to have to work around the outside to get around those 2 trucks. I slid up a little bit in turn 2. I started plowing. I'm going to be worried about that towards the later half of this race. If that right front wears out pretty bad, I'm going to try and keep it easy on the wear by not seesawing the wheel. I work good around this dark little groove that we got patched down here, the PJ1 that they put down here at Bristol. I stick pretty good down into that. Ron Hornaday Jr. got around the lap trucks pretty easily, so I do have a threat for position. Oh man, back end got light. Stay on the racing surface, Smithers. Got to protect here as we got the Georgia Boots car behind us. Can't let that 33 get a nose in on me. Can't let him dive in on me. Got to protect the bottom for sure. I know my truck's been slipping up when I push the entry in just a little bit, so I got to back off, let it roll into the center, and then I can get on the gas. I got to really focus on the exit, getting out of these corners and away from the 33 instead of letting them back up to me. Carving nicely around that line, painting the bowl here in Bristol Motor Speedway. I really love this track. I spent a lot of time in my childhood on the Utechnics games, on the EA, the older ERA NASCAR games from like the 2006 Total Team Control all the way up to Utechnics 2015 is the tracks that I spent a lot of time, or the games that I spent a lot of time in these tracks on, and Bristol Motor Speedway being one of my favorites, running laps on a lot as we got Ron Hornaday underneath us now, threatening us for the lead here. 15 of Eric Almirola is going with him. I've now fallen back to 3rd place. The lead was nice while it lasted, but I gotta get back down here. Now we got Ken Schrader looking. Oh, that was a kiss to the wall. Gonna push it, block him off there, stop the bleeding, let myself reset, try and regather and catch the 1533 again. I just can't get back into the gas. The truck wants to push up towards the wall. I'm also scrubbing the aprons a little bit with the insides, and that's not helping me. It loosens up the truck too much, and then I can't get into the gas. Catching up to their first lap truck of Nick Tucker in the 21. They got by him real nicely, and I'm plowing into the wall. Oh, son of a bitch. This is where we're starting to fall off just a little bit. Come on, get by him. Bad spot for me, bad spot for me. Oh man, we got out of there, we made it work. My truck is starting to plow so bad now. Got David Starr in the 24, I think that is behind me. Still have yet to see Mr. Cool in the 80 truck anywhere near the top 5. If he's moved forward at all, don't know if that 80 truck's doing the same thing I'm doing and slipping and going backwards. Having a nice long green flag run currently at the moment. Don't knock on wood, don't want to jinx it or anything. Normally around this Bristol Motor Speedway, around short tracks on NR2003, long green flag runs are not a thing, but I'm really trying to tweak the AI to make sure that they run nicely, run differently, or run cleanly in different lines, and not wreck into each other. I don't know if my truck can hold the bottom anymore. I might have to try the outside. Ken Schrader and the 07. I don't remember who's in the 07, but they're definitely fast tonight. Johnny Sauter's coming in his fun sand. Trying to run the outside, but it's honestly dangerous because if I smack it off the corner, I'm going to bounce into traffic. Max Pappas, truck going a lap down here. Trying to get by this Geico machine as quick as I can. Come on, I can't turn. I'm standing on it, stepping on it, trying to lift and let the truck turn. It doesn't want to. Oh, it's not going to want to turn if I'm cutting off the guy on my inside. It's going to spin me out. Kyle's under there. Oh, now Newman's under me. And the 80. Oh, we got some company now. Mr. Cool, we're through wide with Newman. Get him moved up, I'll follow you. I've really fallen off now. I used up my stuff in the first fucking 10 laps. 44 laps to go in this race, 32 down. I've now fallen to 10th position after starting on the pole. Mr. Cool up into 8th. Not too bad, he started in 12th. Just trying to find my rhythm right now, trying to find a place where my truck can get back into the gas and I can stay in it. Keep up to the back of this 2 truck and not let any more trucks get under me and pass me. Clearly the outside was not the place to be. This is the Bristol version where the bottom is the place that you want to be at. I guess with the PJ1 there, that should have been my ideal hint at where the truck should be running at. Here we go again, smacking the wall. Now we got David Starr back on our ass. I'm gonna lose more time. I gotta get fresh tires on this thing or the truck. I should have done more testing on a longer run setup to see if this thing would still be turning 20 laps into the run, 30 laps in. Oh, he stuck a nose in there. It scared me. I didn't want to dive down and block him off. I got a lift though. I'm gonna go into the wall. Really trying to protect everything I can. Jeez, this truck fell off so bad. I could use a caution. I'm definitely going to come down pit road and slap a fresh set of tires on because cars are getting put laps down here. The leader is passing them, and at least that'll be less spots for me to pass if we get a restart. I mean, we're running out of time quickly, so if we get under 30 to go, it's going to be more of an insane request for me to try and take fresh tires and get around everybody. But again, I am more of an aggressive, like, offense kind of a driver than defense on worn out tires. I like having fresh tires and moving forward versus having to defend and hold off and manage. Like, I mean, I'm getting better at it, but managing my tires isn't exactly my strong suit. Oh, David Starr's getting the move. What's going on? 24 truck really had a bobble off the exit there. Inside lane's really having some issues right now. 13 truck. And the 80 truck here, Mr. Cool stuck behind Johnny Sauter. I don't know what's going on with everybody, but I just gained a couple of spots back. With how much fuel we have in the truck since the start of this race, we do not have to make a pit stop 75 laps to the finish line. Just got to worry about tire management. That is really the only thing, and traffic management too. Got to watch out for the lanes of where everybody's at. Mr. Cool is right in front of me. We're running 9th and 10th right now in the Smithers Racing team. Gonna be a good night if we stay like this. Oh, I just put the 81 on the wall. Timothy Peters going around. Shit. I was really trying to keep off that outside lane, and I got into frickin' Taylor Malsom. So there are 22 trucks on the lead lap right now. I'm coming down. I was gonna be 10th on old tires if I could get at least 2 tires. That's my goal. If I can get 2 tires and just be on the offense, because there's only 22 cars on the lead lap.
Alright, we put lane speed 40.
I don't know why my pit box was the first one on the back side of the track. Interesting, because I had the pole position, unless I had the decision on either end. I don't know.
All clear, all clear. Midline behind that. 9.
Gonna get a nice view over here. I'm underneath the 81 of Taylor Malsom. See me in the blue and yellow Best Buy truck. My truck was plowing. I could have tried to stay off him a little bit more. I guess back out of the gas, but he doored into the 17 there, Timothy Peters. Nothing the 17 did. He was just a victim of me plowing up into the 81, and luckily he's still rolling. Didn't get any head-on damage there, as he was almost facing back onto the racing groove. Even though I took a 12 position loss on getting these 2 tires, I feel like wherever I'm gonna put myself on these fresh rubbers is going to be much more of a net gain than where I would have been fighting at, maybe trying to keep a top 10. Gotta wait till we cross the start-finish line to pass anybody. Got the momentum to the inside. Oh geez. Oh geez. Whoa my goodness, I'm a racing god. Did you see that? Get around TJ Bell as well. Nick Ain, 20 seconds for 15th. I can't believe I drove through that. Oh, I gotta let my heart calm down. So I thought it was Nick Tucker in the 21. My bad. It's Johnny Chapman, and he gets a bump from Max Pappas, who sends him up into the 71, gets him sideways into the wall, which causes a wreck, triggers the wreck down here, and the 9 of Max Pappas, the 87, also gets put to the inside wall as well. Then you just see me split in the middle there as I part the seas. Moses go right through the middle, and I get through and scave way. Gain a couple of positions up to 15th. Jeez, they're about to wreck at the front there too. 16 to the 15, and man, I can't get enough of me sitting there watching me split the middle like that. I've had closer calls, but whew. All right, we got 20 laps to go. We got plenty of time to still get up there and try to make some noise towards the front. Gotta watch out for these lap cars, slow cars on the inside. If it stays green, you know, we're golden. Stick to the outside. Don't want to go down where Colin Braun just went, at least not at the moment. Too many lap cars down there. As he's making some noise down there just a little bit. 71, I'm here. Yellow's back out. Gotta gain as many positions as we can forward. On the brakes. We're under caution now. That's what I was afraid of. This is going to turn into a wreck fest. I ain't going to have time to get back to the front, but we gained 2 spots. You know, for all the tweaking I did on the track I thought I fixed most of the 3-wide BS, but quite not yet. Nope, 3 guys in the back couldn't quite figure out what lane they wanted, and once again, a lot of these, geez, the 99 had an aggression towards Brett Raymer there in the 85. Hit him 3 more times. Honestly, probably a little mad that the 85 here just dove in underneath him, maybe moved him up into the middle of the track here, put him 3 wide to begin with, and also wrecked him there. Put him into the fence, into the 17 of Timothy Peters, who's not been doing good since getting involved in his first wreck. Yeah, just doored him right at the driver door. I believe this is Brent Butler in the 99, who you're going to see in the Lone Max. Not really in the series too often. I believe this is only his 2nd start. Maybe this truck's been in the series, but yeah. Really gave a couple of numbers, a right hook and an uppercut there to the 85. Coming to 14 laps to go. I'm right in the thick of it now. Nowhere to really hide. Lap trucks are underneath me. Only a few spots away from a top 10 finish. I hope this shit runs green, man. I need to put these 2 tires to the test. Currently just gonna be stuck in line. I just booted Terry Cook out of the way. Come on, stay green. He's good. 84 truck tried to get up in my lane. I wasn't gonna have any of that business. Oh, Mr. Cool's up there. Oh, come on. I see him diving down. Oh, no. No. Hang on to it. Lost a little bit of time there. Come on. We can regather it there. All the slow trucks are on the inside. Go. Norm Benning, get out of my way. Oh, no. Oh, Mr. Cool got involved. I got a little bit of front end damage. Still gonna keep going though, we're fine, we're not smoking, neither's the 80 truck, I hope you stay out. Man, I saw you get cannoned up into the corner. Up into 10th place though, both of us are back in the top 10. 11 laps to go. Damn, I'm gonna be spending some money. Come on, Mr. Cool, keep that truck out there. We don't need to be bringing that thing into the pits. Looks like the rear axle's completely offset from the rest of the truck, but you're fine. We got lots of dead to go. She was having a good run in her debut, and oh, Johnny Sauter, Ken Schrader get together right in front of him, and there was nowhere for Mr. Cool to go. Nowhere for me to go either. So we're looking at this group fighting up here for 5th, 6th, 7th, you know, right in front of Mr. Cool, who is running in 8th position. Oh, the 52 gets into the 2, and Newman, who takes out Johnny Sauter, and Schrader goes back up and doors the 80, which causes a roadblock. Oh man, I got a piece of it. Todd Bodine got a piece of it. Many more trucks escaped through, split the bill, and got away. On board with Mr. Cool and the Coca-Cola King, we're going to see Ken Schrader in the 52 bounce off the rear bumper of the 16 of Brian Scott, who gets into the 2 of Newman. Think the 80's going to get away, but nope, they come back up again onto the racing surface. Heavy damage, but I think he's going to be okay to finish out the night with a top 10 in his truck debut. Are you serious? Did I lose the fucking race? Fucking idiot. Okay, so we have 15 laps to go, and we're in a completely different situation than we were because I misclicked off the race. They had destroyed all the evidence that I had. We had to redo the entire 75 laps. We're in a completely different situation because I didn't pit for tires for outsides. This has been more of a long-running Bristol night race and versus a caution-filled one. We had early cautions, but this one's played out completely different. I'm just trying to get to the end to make up for the last little bit of 15 laps I didn't have. And Kyle Busch is up there leading the thing. I almost ran into Matt Crafton there, who's in 4th place right now. I'm currently in 5th. Oh man, definitely fighting the same thing I did once I had old worn out tires here at Bristol in the first set. Oh, 21's up in the fucking marbles. Oh, we're gonna be having a caution here soon, I have a feeling. Oh, trying to put people through wide. Oh man, I'm gonna have to just take that impact. Try and get back up underneath Timothy Peters, man. Trying to run hard here these last couple laps. I don't have the offense at all. Trying to keep my top 5 if I can. Truck's really not wanting to stay gripped up around the bottom anymore, but now that we're back in the commentating realm, at least we're gonna get this race finished out. Oh man, my truck's running rough now. Oh, Jesus Christ, who is that? That's Eric Almirola. Somebody who definitely doesn't have an issue putting a bumper to some people. I'm just trying to hang on, I guess, for a top 10, because I don't think I'm going to fight for a top 5. This is not the same sort of race I was expecting to end this on, but top 10's a top 10. I hope Mr. Cool's had a clean night tonight. I mean, he's been pretty quiet in the top 12 throughout this version of the race. Not getting involved in any wrecks.
Outside, 3 wide.
Oh,
outside.
Whoa. I dove it in there so hard I locked it up just a little bit. Oh no, I thought I had a position on at least Almirola. I'm trying to get up to these guys. I know they're stuck behind slow lap cars. Kyle Busch is gone for the night. I think this victory is his. My right front's so worn out, so gone. I have to be so patient. Just get back at the gas. Once the truck turns, that's a lot more entry than I wanted. Oh, I got 52 Ken Schrader on my ass. I can't turn again. I gotta do it just a little bit. Trying to hang on to this top 10. Oh man, this is not what I wanted to end this Bristol race. I wanted to be on the opposite end. That's why I got those 2 tires on that other version, but the caution, we had a caution on lap like 27. That was not going to work out for me in the same strategy. I just want the truck to turn. There's 2 spots right here, the 15 and the 33 on my outside. Get out of here, Almirola. Oh, that might be a caution. I knocked the 15 of Almirola into the fucking 33. That was my bad, but I was racing hard. Truck's plowing. We had 3 to go. That's going to be the end of the race. Cross the caution line. We're going to be in what? 6th place? That might have been where we wound up anyway after those 2 tires I took in that other version. We're never going to know, though. If I wasn't recording, y'all wouldn't have believed me that I backed out and misclicked and fucking the NR2003 crashed on me. Where'd Mr. Cool finish? Top 10 for both of us! Hell yeah! I'll take that. It was a long break from the Camping World Truck Series. Kyle Busch goes back-to-back victories, and I definitely robbed you guys of what could have been a really good finish. I had 2 fresh tires, making my way to the front with 15 to go, and nobody else pitted. Mr. Cool had heavy damage and still was chucking along forward. Could have also wound up with the top 10, still did anyway, in his debut in the 80 truck, which I'm very proud of. We both accomplished a top 10 at Bristol Motor Speedway, and looking in the points, Mr. Cool in the 80 is not really going to have a factor too much. He's not even in the top 43 in the points right now. Got 1 race under his belt. I do move up into 6th place position, 48 points behind leader Matt Crafton, who has had nothing but top 10 finishes throughout the season outside of 1 race. He's got a big gap on 2nd place Timothy Peters, and from there on down it's a really close battle all the way down to 12th position. Throughout the 2 split races we had tonight, there was a couple of long runs strung out, and then the part of the race where I cut out most of it in part 2, I was running long with Truck Series regulars like Terry Cook, Mike Skinner in the 5, Ron Hornaday Jr. It was great to get that long green flag run in. Didn't quite work out in our first race, and as of recording this, our cup race should be looking a little bit better. I tweaked the track I&I, so fingers crossed things work out there. I haven't looked at these points in forever, and going down past 12th position in the Camping World Truck Series, there's not too much to focus on. 90 points out with only 2 races left to go in the season, partial season here. None of these drivers are going to have a chance for a championship. Gonna have to look forward to next season where I'm actually going to keep track of some of the races that I don't do. Still debating on going full-time or not in the lower series. Waiting on some comments and some feedback from you guys. I'm getting a little better consistently wise with fitting recording into my work schedule and getting videos posted out on a set weekend basis. On this page, 3 drivers move up forward and the rest fall down. Handful of these drivers didn't even make a start at Bristol tonight. In our final page of the Camping World Truck Series of the points in 2009 on the Smithers channel, Brad Keselowski makes his 5th start of the season in his own truck team. Ryan Sieg, which is a familiar name in the Xfinity/O'Reilly series now, also back here in the points. Max Pappas in the number 9 Geico truck, and outside of Norm Benning in the 57 and Johnny Chapman in the 21, nobody else on this page has completed all 8 starts in the 10 races scheduled for the 2009 season. As I conclude the Camping World Truck Series video at Bristol Motor Speedway, we only have 2 races left to go. This championship crown could be mine, but it might be nullified because it's only a part-time season. Not everybody might take it seriously, which is why I'm trying to convince y'all to like the video, boost up the ratings, maybe share these lower series with your fellow racing friends, or even leaving me a comment down below letting me know your interest in this series so I can keep posting these videos. I do have fun racing at all the lower series and having that little build up of my career where I've got a full-time cup ride and trying to do my best in the lower series. It just takes a little bit extra work throughout the week, and sometimes I can't get all 3 videos out throughout a week's at a time. So going into the future, into the 2010 season, I just wanted to let you guys be aware that if I do happen to go full-time in all 3 series for next season, that it might be similar to this season where it takes a little bit longer than 36 weeks for me to get through the season. I want to thank you guys for watching. Of course, I appreciate every single one of you that have eyeballs on the Smithers channel. The support that I get from you guys feeds into my dream that hopefully one day this happens to grow into something special. I mean, it already is something special to me where we've gotten so far, but I've got dreams that this might go somewhere. I'm just a guy that loves racing, and ever since I discovered NR2003, it has done nothing but take up all of my free time because I am so invested into this game with what it has to offer, what the community is built in. And as I go through this series, this is what my little kid heart dreamed of a NASCAR game, hoping to have on a console game. Crazy that it took all the way to age 25 for me to finally discover this thing. I'll catch you guys in the next video for the Nationwide Series race and the Cup Series for one of the last 3 triple header weekends on the 2009 season. Everybody stay safe, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.